everyone and welcome back to another video. We're starting on the floor with Oakley again. Yeah, I know you love being in it, don't you? I am home alone again today with Oakley, which he wants to make very, very evident. Oh, you're lying down, aren't you? That's a good boy. I thought today we'd do hopefully a quicker video, and we will do a bit of a like tidy with me vlog. I know the last video was kind of like a home getting winded by him, it was like a home vlog type thing as well, but I'm home alone again. Jack's at work, so I thought it would be, it's something that I needed to do because the house is a bit of it's not a mess, but it's just the stuff that needs tidied, and I wanted to do that today whilst Jack was at work. So that's what we're doing today, and I just thought I'll chat whilst I do it. Motivates me to do it and get to chat to you guys along the way. I am in my cozies. I've got my hair back because it needed washed, right? And Jack, this is the way Jack motivated me. So ASD chat, I really struggle with the shower. I hate bathing essentially, and I know that sounds awful, but it's just part of autism. I absolutely hate it, and I hate washing my hair even more with a passion. And Jack was getting a bit, not sick because that's the wrong word, like he was like, he knew I wanted to wash my hair, but I hate doing it. So he motivated me by saying, if you go wash your hair, I'll put plaits in whilst it's wet. And I love that, because when it's been put in plaits when it's wet, if I leave it for a few days, it just goes, and I love having big hair. So I have the plaits in. I think it's finally dry. Might be a little bit damp still from yesterday when they go in plaits, because my hair is so thick, it just takes forever to dry. It takes forever. Also, I apologise for this camera. I know if you've been subscribed for ages, well done for sticking through it, because this camera is atrocious. It's meant to be a good vlogging camera, it's not, but I really can't afford to buy a new one yet. I promise I will as soon as I'm making some more money off YouTube. It's top of my list, I promise. But I am very sorry for how bad it is. I was editing the Halloween decor video and just, it's bad. I apologise. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so I've got my hair in my plaits. I'm wearing Jack's jumper just because I felt like it. This morning I woke up, I was like, I'm sad he's at work, saw his jumper, and I was like, fuck it, I'll wear it. It's nice and cozy, it's nice and comfy, and I just thought I'll just put that on some leggings. When I'm spending the day in the house, I want to be comfy. I also want to be warm, because we are doing everything we can to not put the heating on. I think everybody, well, a lot of people, especially in the northeast, are in the same position. So this is warm. I have, if he's gonna let me put my leg up, he's like balanced on me. I have big thick socks on that are yellow. So this isn't a cool girl, cozy kind of, let's clean the house kind of vibe. I don't have that. I don't like tidying. I don't like cleaning. I'm just shoving clothes on and we're gonna tidy a house. That's another thing that I want to say. This isn't let's tidy and it's actually really clean. I personally can't be bothered for that. I don't see the point in filming a tidy with me video and then tidying before and being like, actually look, it's not even that messy. What you are seeing is 100% what it's like. Like this is, and it's not, like I've said, it's not like I've left it till it's messy. This is just how our house gets, because let's be honest about it. Who likes cleaning the house? People just let their rooms and stuff get messy, don't they? The only room that is clean is the bedroom, and that's because last week I went into a little bit of a blitz. I don't know what happened. I just had like a really like hyperactive session, and I actually cleaned. I don't know where I came from. I cleaned my entranceway. I washed my walls, my door, and my skirting board. I don't know where it came from. I think that's going to link in, so I'm going to talk about this later. But I had a bit of a hyperactivity thing. Cleaned the walls, then did the bedroom, moved all of my clothes, because I am one of those people who leaves their clothes on the floor for weeks and they just don't move. But I moved all of the clothes. This happened because a spider crawled down me, by the way. I was not okay. I was put one of the said clothes that lives on the floor on, and it's my Uni of York jumper. It's became like my pajama jumper that I just chuck on in the morning, because I don't like sleep with clothes on, so I don't just come down in my lovely pajamas. I just chuck a jumper on and then come downstairs. And picked it up off the floor, put it on, came downstairs, sat on the settee, was talking to Jack, and a spider crawled down my front. Traumatized, absolutely horrific. Cried, had a panic attack, had a meltdown. It wasn't a very fun day. So that motivated me to not keep my clothes on the floor anymore. So that is the only room that is clean, and it's just because I'm scared of spiders living in my clothes. So I've been talking for 5 minutes already. You guys have no idea how much I appreciate you listening to my ramblings. Anyway, we're gonna clean the house, but like I say, bedroom's the only one that's clean. We are going to focus on the kitchen, the living room, the banister, the people call it different things, don't they? The landing, that's what we call it, the landing, because that is where my clothes have decided to live instead of on the floor. So we're going to put the clothes away, and actually the spare bedroom as well, because I have also made that my space for dumping my clothes. So why are you sniffing my boobies? I think we'll start in the living room because it's the most clean space, because we only did that decorating video on Saturday. Today is Tuesday, so it's not actually that bad. It's just little things that need tidied up. Like I say, I'm going to talk through tidying for the majority of it. Not like talk through what I'm doing, but talk through kind of what I'm doing, and then we'll just chat at the same time. There might be a few time lapses, there might be a few. You guys will know more than me right now. You don't know how long this video is. If it's about 40 minutes, it means I've talked too long. If it's about 20, I've achieved my goal, but who knows. Anyway, let's talk you through this living room. Right, this is the state that we are currently in. This is still here. This isn't moving, okay? I moved that to play Skyrim and to do work when I had COVID, because I didn't want to go sit on my desk chair, because it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. So Jack moved it there. Then I've not stopped playing Skyrim, and I like sitting on the settee, so it's not moving. It's not aesthetic, it looks ridiculous, but it is what it is. I'm comfortable. So I need to tidy this up. Like, there's little things like empty cans and some money. I need to tidy up my arm because I sit there. This is actually really clean. Normally there's like at least one plate there. Then we have just little bits here and there. That's Jack's comfort pillow. Jack is very cute and is one of those people that has to hug a pillow when he's sitting just because it's comfortable. So that's his comfort pillow. It should be there. I didn't explain this in the autumn video. My chair that's normally there is in fact in the kitchen, and I didn't explain to you guys why that was there when I was doing the autumn video. That's just there because I keep having meltdowns conveniently at the time that we are cooking tea, and Jack wants me in there with him, but I have nowhere comfortable to sit, and if I'm not comfortable, that won't help with the meltdown. So the chair's in there because I like it. It makes me feel safe. God, I'm going on a manic episode on that. Right, then we have the puffy. This is the main bit that gets messy. We have socks on there because this one decides to go up to the washing basket, steal them, bring them down to show us that he has them. He's not bringing them down to like chew on them. He doesn't really do that anymore. He just goes upstairs, brings a sock down and is like, I have a sock. So they're just there. Then it's just little things like the iPad, just laptop and stuff. His Halloween costume, which we didn't put on in the vlog. That's it. Oakley has a blanket now because, like I said, we're trying not to put the heating on. So he snuggles in that. Then we just have the chair missing in here. A few little bits that need put away here. This is the box from my jumper, but that can be thrown now or kept, whatever I decide to do. The printer is awful there, but never mind. Little bits. Yeah, this is the living room. So let's get tidying now. I don't know how the focus is gonna do. Oh my god. I don't know how the focus is gonna do in here. I might just do this on a time lapse if it's really, really bad. It's gonna be bad. I'm gonna do a time lapse for this. I'll talk to you more when we're doing the kitchen. So I'm just moving stuff off the rug like the puffy. Oh, Jack's just said Jack's on a visit today for his work, and he said there's a cat there. I'm obsessed. Right, here's a topic of conversation. Anyway, I'm moving stuff off the rug so I can hoover the rug. I really, really want a cat, right? I'm obsessed with cats. I don't know what happened. I used to be like, with cats. Now I've gone full-blown cat person.
I still love you, but Mammy's a cat person, she's decided. I still love you though, I do, I really do. I keep trying to make friends with the cats on the street. We only have 2 or 3, which is really, really, really sad because there's not enough cats. But I keep trying to make friends with the cats, but then little man keeps deciding to scare them off. Heartbreaking. We had one in the garden the other day, and it was right there. He wasn't even looking at it, and Jack was there, and I was like, grab Oakley so I can go try and make friends with this cat. Oh, this also, the cats keep leaving dead birds on our doorstep, so they definitely liked somebody who lived here. Definitely isn't us, but they keep leaving dead birds. But I try and make friends with this cat, and then he saw me crouching down. I wasn't even near the cat, and he just started barking, so I couldn't make friends with the cat. And then the ones that are on the street just won't come like this way rather than this way. They just won't even come near me, and it's really, really sad. I'd really like to make friends with the cat, but they just won't let me. And I don't want to get cats, like I don't want to buy a cat, because we have this thing, I haven't really mentioned this on the channel yet, I don't think, but we don't want to buy any more pets or adopt any more pets because at some point in the future we think we might want to live abroad for a little while, so it's going to be expensive enough taking 1 pet, never mind a few of them. So we don't want to adopt a pet. I don't want to adopt a cat because it's not fair. We might look at fostering if we don't have like a, well, I might look at fostering. Jack's not a cat person, he doesn't really like them. But what's that? But I think he'd like one if we got one. Anyway, what was my tangent? Oh yeah, I can't get a cat. None of them will let me make friends, and it makes me sad. Let me see if he sent a picture of this cat. Anyway, yes, we're hoovering the rug. I normally hoover the rug on, well, I've normally hoovered all of the downstairs on a Monday, but I forgot yesterday. I'm trying to get more, to make me do it more often. I'm trying to like associate some tasks. This isn't even just with cleaning, this is with everything. It's happening with I'm trying to do it with my Instagram as well, and obviously I already do it on YouTube. I'm trying to like assign days to cleaning certain things. So I did have this on a Sunday, but I realised I was doing it on a Monday, so I moved it to Monday. Now I'm doing it on a Tuesday, but I'm hoping this is going to make it better for me, so that I'm like, it's a Monday, I need to hoover the rug, or being like, it's a Wednesday, I need to, I don't know, clean the windows. I'm not doing that every week, but you get my drift. Anyway, I'm gonna give you a time lapse of this because you don't want to sit and listen to no hoover. You'll not be able to hear me, so. There we go. I've let the hoover go completely far too full. But never mind, I don't think I emptied it after the last van clean, so that'll be why. Oh, it'll also be off the hoover that I did on Saturday when I was putting the decorations up. Anyway, that's why I'm not doing the whole downstairs, because I did it on Saturday. Right, I need to put everything back now. He's loving that bed, by the way. I don't think I've gave a review yet of it since we bought it for his birthday. It's a Silent Night orthopedic bed, pet bed, I don't know. But he is loving it. He loves it. He used to just like, on his old bed, he'd like be on and off his bed, like he'd lie on the floor probably just as much as he would with the bed, but he absolutely loves it. He loves the sides as well for putting like his head up, ooh, bloody hell. He likes putting his head up on something, like if he's in the car, he'll put his head up on the door handle and stuff. He loves having like a little headrest, and he loves that bed, so I would highly recommend it. He also keeps doing zoomies on it, and it hasn't broken. Like he'll dig, like he'll full on be like in his bed, no rips in sight, so I would recommend. Anyway, the kitchen is an absolute tip. Well, it's just the mess that it usually is. So I need to do the dishes, well, put the dishes in the dishwasher. We are so grateful for having a dishwasher. We didn't have one in Holywell. We didn't have one in the flat, and oh, it's so good. It's so good having a dishwasher. I am
so grateful and feel very, very fortunate to have a dishwasher. So I need to put the dishes in the dishwasher. I know this chair is absolutely ridiculous, but I've explained it, you know why. Jack emptied it this morning before he went to work, so I need to put them in. I need to put all of these in. These are off my lunch. This is egg, by the way, if you're thinking, what the heck is that? I had like egg bagel and I put cheese on it, and then I put it in the grill and the egg fell off. That's what this is. Need to sort all this, kind of sort this, and then I want to put some washing in as well, because I've not been on top of putting washing in. There are too many things to do with washing. Let's chat about this now. So let's put you in a better position so I can chat with you whilst I am. The problem is this window. That's why it's not going to focus on me. So with house tasks and stuff, the reason that I struggle so much is basically I think I have ADHD as well as autism, which is really, really fun, but I think I have traits of both. I am not saying I have autism, I'm not, because I've been, you know what, like I've been not very confident of it, but I've been pretty confident. Sorry if you don't like dishes noises, by the way. I am putting the dishes away, so if you don't like it, I'm sorry. I'll try and not make too much noise with it. But I'm sorry. I have been pretty confident that I have both autism and ADHD since I got more comfortable about my ASD, like when it was suggested by the service that they thought it was ASD and not ADHD, because I just think there's definitely some ADHD traits there. Like there's a reason the doctor referred me for ADHD in the first place and not just ASD. I definitely feel like I have some traits. I'm not going to go through the traits because I haven't even gone through the traits of my autism yet. But I definitely feel like there's some traits there. And no, come on, get out of the way. He's trying to lift the dishwasher. Stay back there. So with things like, let's break them down. So the shower thing, that's definitely autism. Well, I say definitely, but I'm pretty confident that's my ASD because it's the sensory issues. I really, 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 really don't like being wet, and I don't like showering. And the hair thing, so many sensory issues. But the shower thing, pretty confident it is ASD. With stuff like this, where it's like I don't clean and I can't like initiate tasks and stuff like that, for me that feels like it's more of an ADHD thing. And sometimes I will just like, I'll get stuck, like, so I'll get like choice paralysis. That I get that all the freaking time. So if you haven't heard of that, it's basically when you have a choice of things to do or a choice of activities, and because you have that choice you just don't do anything. You'll literally paralyze yourself. I do that. I'll sit on the settee and do absolutely nothing, which I've mentioned to you guys inadvertently, no idea how you say that word. I have mentioned it in the sense of saying to you guys that in the mornings I will just sit on my phone for ages, because that is what my choice paralysis is. I'm just like, well, I have no idea what to do, I'll just go on my phone until I decide, and then I never go off my phone. Things like that. I feel like there are definite ADHD symptoms. My camera battery died. Anyway, yeah, I feel like there's definite ADHD kind of like traits, symptomologies within myself. Like when the doctor first suggested ADHD and I did my research, I was like, oh yeah, like I have all of this, but I also had ASD traits that I didn't know about. So I do think it's both. But when I was in my assessment, I did mention to my assessor that I think I had, because they asked me, like one of the first questions that they asked was, have you been referred for an ADHD assessment, or do you have ADHD? And I said no, but I'd like to be, because I would. I'll come on to that in a second, but I would like to have an ADHD assessment. But she said that maybe it was that just like some of my ASD traits were like masquerading as ADHD traits where they're not. So the example that I gave was, so if you
know about ASD, I'll call it autism just because there's too many acronyms flying about. If you know about autism, you'll know that a lot of us like to be in strict routines, and it helps us lead not a better life, but it lets us kind of like relax a bit within ourselves, and it helps us live day to day. So the idea of being in a set routine makes me feel ill. Like the idea of having a routine that is the same every single day and never ever changes, and I have like certain things to do by a certain time, I hate the idea of that. Like I hate it. But I have inadvertently got into that anyway, but the idea of it I hate. So I had mentioned that to the assessor as a way of being like, so I think this is my ADHD. A lot of people with ADHD hate being in routine, hate the idea of it. So I was like, I think that's my ADHD. And she said, actually, that might be that you would thrive in a routine, but your ASD is making it very, very difficult for you to get into a routine because you don't like change. And that is true. I do not like change. I hate it. It's one of the biggest things with autism. So I'm not 100%. It might be that a lot of my ASD traits are masquerading as ADHD. So I'm willing to be wrong about having ADHD, but I would still like an assessment. The only thing is again, it's going on a waiting list however long that it is. I know my ADHD one would be a lot less time than my autism one, because obviously I don't think I'd be on the waiting list for 5 years that time, but it would be a while, and it's just like, it's another process of going through, and I don't know, just having to be on, not on edge, because I don't think I would be as much for this one, because at least I have my autism diagnosis, I have that there, but do you get what I mean? It's just like waiting for another thing, and I just don't know whether I can be up for it yet. And I think that's a common thing for people who have been diagnosed and think they have both. A lot of people are just like, I don't want to go through that again. But I would very, very much like an assessment, but I don't know when I'm going to go forward for it. Right, the dishwasher is full. It hasn't got everything in, like pots and stuff, but it's full, and I'm not going to overload it like me. So let's put this on. We use the small tablets. We use the dishwasher ones and the, what's this called, washing machine ones, just because we've mentioned it multiple times, but we are very eco-conscious, and Small are a completely plastic-free company, and they use ingredients that like don't harm the environment. I'm also putting this on the eco cycle, but obviously the dishwasher isn't great for the environment. So they're very good actually. I was a bit like with them, especially the washing machine ones, but they're quite good, and it means you can get them on a subscription service as well, which is always quite useful. Jack really likes them, so that's why we use them. Right, there are still dishes and stuff, so I'm gonna put them, that needs a wash. I'm gonna put them in this corner, because this tends to be where we put them, well, where I put them while I'm waiting to put them in. And then it means the rest of the kitchen looks a bit tidier. I mean, this little corner still looks like a bit of a mess, but never mind. Right, let's go through all of this. I'm gonna put you on let's see, where can I put you? Yeah, we'll put you there. We're gonna go into a time lapse, because I'm talking for ages, and tidy the kitchen. Oh, I'm gonna refill these as well. If you don't know what these are, I basically put tap water in the fridge, so I don't have to run the tap water for ages and waste a ton of water. I can just fill these that are like relatively warm, and then they go in the fridge. So let's get going, let's tidy here. Last thing I'm going to do is light some candles. We are out of lighters at the minute. I don't know about anyone else. I am atrocious with matches. Yeah, I'm terrible with matches. I'm just scared of them. Like, I really don't like them. But
This is all we have. So I'm gonna light the big candle, which you guys have seen already. It's the maple praline one. And then I'm gonna put that in the living room. This, we have lit it for the first time yesterday. And let me see if I can show you. Can you see that lip? So that's how far it went down. We had it on for like 4 hours. This is gonna have such a long burn time, and it's gonna be one of those ones so it doesn't tunnel. We're gonna have to have it on for hours, so I'm fine putting it on now. It's 4:10. It'll probably be on like all night. Obviously I don't want it to get to a point where it's gonna smash. Let's see if I can do this. See, it broke. Matches are freaking scary. I don't understand them. Please light quickly. I get so scared of it coming towards my thumb. Nah, see, too scared. I only got 2 wicks lit. But yeah, I'm gonna light this one and put it in the living room. Just because I think it'll make it smell nicer. And it would be nice if Jack comes into a nice smelling house. And then I'm gonna keep this one on in the kitchen, just so it smells in here as well. This one, the big one, I'm so scared. The big one probably will do it in there, but I just thought it'd be nice to kind of have definitely nice smelling kitchen when I've been moving stuff about and everything. Right, let's carefully lift this up and put it in the living room. That is on. We're gonna go upstairs and sort the clothes out now, just in case anybody's panicking. It's gonna be in the living room with the door shut. Come on, out. In case anybody's like, ooh, okay with a candle, I promise you, it's gonna be fine. Anyway, right, let's show you the mess that is up here. We've got stuff on the stairs that needs taken up. And then, I'm sorry if it's like orange. This is where my clothes have ended up. Hang on, let me change the colour in for you. Yeah, there we go. Clothes that ended up here. This is always here because we don't know where to put it, but this, I can't do anything about this apart from some clothes that have fell through. And then we've just got little bits of rubbish, like that's our Brooker card that needs put in there. And then I've got a makeup pad and a Kinder wrapper. And then all of these treats fell out my jumper when I took it off yesterday. So, need to sort that. And then in here, which is the spare room, there are just more clothes that need put away there. And then there are clothes that are still drying. So, hopefully we can get all of this done. And then I need to clean some stuff up here. Again, just makeup pads and some crisp wrapper. Then after I've done these, I'm hoping that will be it. That's enough tidying for me. I'm currently feeling fine. I'm currently still in the like high of tidying, but I don't want to crash, so I'm gonna get straight onto it. I'll do a time lapse. I don't know where I'm gonna put you. Okay, you're not gonna get a time lapse for this bit, I apologize, but I will show you what it looks like when I am done. Right, clothes are done. Apart from that is, I need to take downstairs. That needs to go in a memory box. And there, Jack's, there is only Jack's clothes here. I leave them for him because we will do anything for each other, but we have decided that doing our own clothes is probably the easiest thing. We did it for ages where we did each other's, and we just both kept getting annoyed with each other for putting stuff in the wrong place. So, he can deal with it himself. I've done my bit. That's all that matters. I forgot I still needed to put washing in. So, the way that we do it, just in case anyone is interested, is we have a drying rack up here, obviously at the minute because it's just not warm enough outside to dry clothes and it rains all the time. So we've been doing it where we have the, I know this sounds like everybody's going to be like, of course you use a washing basket. That's what everyone uses. But we only just started using it. It didn't occur to us to use a washing basket, so I'm just saying it in case somebody else is like, oh yeah, that would make sense. We have the drying rack in our spare room because we had it in the kitchen for a long time, but then we realized our clothes were smelling too much of food. If I cook fish, it just clings onto the clothes and we just didn't want the clothes smelling anymore. So we've brought it up here, kept the window on vent. We use the washing basket to like cycle it all around. So we'll put the clothes, it's not right, let me figure out where I'm starting this from. So the clothes to take down to the washing machine, we'll put in the washing basket, put the clothes in the washing machine, take the wet clothes out of the washing machine, put them in the washing basket, come up, put the clean clothes that are on the washing rack, the drying rack, in the washing basket as we are pulling the wet clothes out and putting them on the drying rack. That was so convoluted, I completely apologise. But all of that was just to say I'm putting the washing
in the washing basket. I think I'm going to do darks. We separate them into darks, whites and colours. I don't know if that's correct. I don't know a lot about washing, but that's just what I'm doing. I just used to put them all in together, but the white started going a bit dark, so I'm hoping this helps. Oakley unfortunately can't be trusted with the washing because he steals socks, like I've already mentioned, so he needs to stay behind me. He will nab them at any point. Right, let's go through. I'm literally just showing you our dirty washing, but never mind. Right, let's take this and put it in the washing machine. Right, I've just put the clothes in there. Like I said, we use the small ones. It's also gone very dark and it's just started pouring. So if you can hear rain, wind, the dishwasher, I apologize. But yeah, we use the small. That's what they use. They are, like I said, plastic free. I'm not sure what it's made out of, but it doesn't say, but the whole thing is that they're plastic free, so it's definitely not plastic. For softener, we actually use, I don't even know what it's called. It's a refill. So this is a very old, I don't even know what this is. Is this Lenore? I don't know, whatever uses this. Can you hear that rain? Oh my God. So we use, let me bring you up a little bit more. Basically, whatever Marketplace has in. If you have been subscribed for a while and you remember me doing the tour of Eco, which is our local refill store, which is where this is from, they have actually moved now and rebranded and they are called Marketplace. So if you hear me saying Marketplace, I mean Eco, and if you go up and watch that tour, they're not actually there anymore. They have moved into a bigger unit. It seems like it's going really, really well for Imogen, who's the owner, and it's amazing. So if you're local to Northumberland, please go check her out. The new place is incredible, and it's just like it feels like a much more logical kind of setup now for all the refill stuff. It's like separate from the food and things like that. Oh, it's amazing, honestly. And if you don't live locally, please have a look for a refill store, because I would never not do it now. Like, it sounds like it's going to be way more expensive because it's like eco and it's not. Like, it is so much cheaper, and obviously it's so much less waste now. Please just look for a local refill centre if you have one around you. Right, that is the washing done. We normally leave this just in front of the washing machine until it's done, but that is going to be it for this video. I'm sorry it's such a noisy end. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to let me know. I'm a bit like all over the place with my scheduling and stuff at the minute, so I was asking on my Instagram today for suggestions of videos that you want to see. But if you aren't following me on Instagram, go follow me. But if you don't have Instagram, just leave any like video requests that you have in the comments, or I have a Google form down below now where you can leave like anonymous questions, anonymous requests, things like that, because I know it can be quite anxiety like producing for putting like your name on a comment. So there's that there. I used to use Crush Ninja and they just seem to have stopped supporting their own thing now, but if you have sent anything on there recently, I've lost complete access, so please resend it. If I haven't responded or anything, I can't even see old stuff. Like, I can't log in. So yeah, if you've sent anything to that, please resend it because I didn't see it. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like. If you are new, please subscribe. Please comment if you want to see anything specific, and I shall hopefully see you in another video. Bye.